DeafTEC stands for DeafTEC Technological Education Center for Deaf and Hard of Hearing students. It was founded here at the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, one of the 9 colleges of the Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York. DeafTEC is funded by the National Science Foundation Advanced Technological Education Program, ATE. ATE is a workforce development program. Our goal is to increase the number of deaf and hard of hearing individuals in STEM fields, which they are currently underrepresented and underutilized. DeafTEC serves as a national resource for high schools and community colleges that educate deaf students in STEM programs, and for employers who hire deaf and hard of hearing individuals. We also work with community colleges with student veterans with hearing loss and providing faculty resources to better meet their specific needs in the STEM classrooms.
Well, DeafTEC is about access. DeafTEC is about training. It's about knowledge, building relationships. It's about giving people tools to become successful.
Unfortunately, deaf and hard of hearing people are at a great disparity with their hearing peers. In fact, about 40% of deaf and hard of hearing people opt out of the labor force as compared to 20% of their hearing peers.
When I look back, I think about my experience. I had no role models. I didn't know anyone in the outside world, any professionals. And to be honest, that is a real game changer, to be able to look up to someone who was like me.
The barriers for many of the students often focus on content access, but we also have to think about access to one another in the classroom. So we're looking at peer-peer collaborations, we're looking at collaborative learning.
So I think it's important for someone to say to these students, hey, you can be involved in this. This is part of your future as well.
DeafTEC provides strategies and best practices for teaching deaf and hard of hearing students in classrooms, for teachers to improve their teaching practices so students have better access to learning.
For the instructors in classrooms, particularly large active learning classrooms, we have a lot of difficulty trying to manage the room. When do we interfere? When do we let the learning happen organically versus when do we say, you know what, your path is a little rocky here, let's redirect in a way that's not going to shoot them down. So with the DeafTEC resources, the nice thing about it is it's 24/7 access to it. If I have a random question at midnight as I'm prepping my content for the next day, I go, wait, I bet there's a resource for me to actually look at to help me through what I think is going to be a stumbling block the next day. It's having videos, it's having PDF content of interesting things that we might try in a classroom, changes and challenges that we might be able to overcome with particular techniques.
My work with DeafTEC and Project Good to Go, as a certified rehabilitation counselor, I've applied this knowledge on supporting student veterans with service-connected disabilities. Our program offers a survey to better understand the veteran population of each specific campus. This information then is integrated into our professional development, making our content personalized and engaging, but it also keeps our content relevant. From there, we did develop our top 10 things student veterans would like you to know, which is our professional development. And we provide that to colleges and universities across the country. DeafTEC had a program that was already breaking the ground to support DHH students and educators in the high school and community college setting, but then to expand their programming to support student veterans with service-connected hearing loss and tinnitus highlights that DeafTEC is being inclusive of the diversity of the DHH community itself.
Both DeafTEC and DAO start from the assumption that a person's ability to hear does not correlate to their ability to contribute meaningful work. At DAO, we want to hire the best people to help us achieve our corporate goals, regardless of their disability status. Internships are the #1 way that deaf students first enter into Dow. We participate in the NTID Career Fair every year and interview students to find good candidates for our R&D labs, our IT and finance internships, and other opportunities. These interns and full-time employees enter into a wide variety of functions, including research and development, IT, finance and accounting, public affairs, and manufacturing. I regularly recommend DeafTEC resources to other employers who are considering bringing in deaf employees for the first time. I especially point to the ASL STEM Dictionary and the Working Together module as resources which can really help them prepare themselves for a successful integration.
I think for me, the opportunity to have deaf and hard of hearing students in my class has made me rethink how I teach. And that has actually been such a positive. I got involved with DeafTEC, and from that has really stemmed a lot of great friendships that I rely on for my teaching every day.
All of these practices that we have here at DeafTEC are not only for the DHH students and these student veterans with hearing loss, but all students. By creating learning environments that are ready to support them, it helps the student veterans not only be full participants in their programs, but also helps to reduce their feeling that they don't belong when they actually do.
DeafTEC is about sharing similar beliefs, similar values about communication, and it's connecting the two that then can lead to a great result.